why is this suddenly in an older version? Open with newer version of Photoshop, please. Okay. I think that should do the trick. Good. Good. Stop recording. Good. Hello, Jesse. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm not going to show you where this is and what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is. The only thing I'm going to tell you is it's dungeon related. So. This little room. I'm not going to show you where it is, so I'm not going to look up that shaft. The only thing that you're going to see is this room. Right? And that's the only thing I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to show you anything more. Except for the fact that I need to do. How long do you think it would take you? It would take to complete the dungeon, like from start to finish, or what's left to do? Because those are two different things. So, oh, somebody playing it? I would say if you're really fast about it and you know where to go and you know all the answers to the puzzles, you could finish it in 5 minutes. If you're unlucky with drop rates, if you're unlucky with puzzles, with just in general anything, it will take you up to like 15 minutes. If you're longer than that, it's not the dungeon's fault. Let's just say that. If you're doing longer than 15-20 minutes, it's not the dungeon's fault. But that's only the dungeon, right? We're not talking about getting into the dungeon, getting your key, getting information on where you should get the key, getting information, right? There's a lot of different aspects to dungeon. It's not just a dungeon. And talking about keys, I need to make 8 placards, 8 boards, 8 pieces with text. So back to Photoshop we go. Should time people going through the dungeon compare them? Doesn't have to be no, it's just maybe we can do that at some time, but the first time people are gonna have to try and figure out everything, so I'm not counting on them running it as fast as they can. Also, everything's gonna be new, so they're gonna look around and look at all different kind of things, right? So I'm not counting on them running it optimal in an optimal fashion. Okay, now we need to hello. We need a nice looking font. Is Mike still broken? Yes, Mike is still broken. So you're gonna hear the fan. I don't know, microphone doesn't do it justice. Ooh, I like that. Centaur. I like Centaur. I do kind of want it to be in a frame though. Do I have something that has frames? Oh, I do. Give me a second. I do have something that has frames. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome. Uh, 512 times 2 by 512. And then I need to find a board. Don't need to pronounce it, it's okay. But I would like... What are we doing? Yellow, blue, oh, okay. I would still like want to know what to call you. Feel like that's a normal thing to do. Call me A7MD. I'm just gonna call you MD. MD. That's what I'm gonna call you. I have boards. I have boards. Well, placards more likely, but boards. We can use these boards to do what we want to do. I'll probably do this one. Welcome to Illustrator, by the way. We've closed out of Photoshop. This is Illustrator. I've got YouTube. On YouTube, you've got a space before in the title. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Yeah, there is no space before, there is a space after. So if you end word, line immediately, and then space next word. Wow, I didn't know you were a designer. Oh, these are free assets. This is something you can download. What did I miss? Nothing much, really. We did our weekly mandolin lessons. No. Should that have a space? No, that's fine. So weekly mandolin lessons happened. That's not okay. It doesn't have to be exact, but I do want it to be as close as we can get it. Well, I just came to say hi. Well, hello. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day. What are we doing? We're making placards. I can live with that. That's close enough. Then we want a text bubble with our lines in it. Okay, we are gonna put that over there, center it, center it again, and make it bigger. We're gonna do this in Centaur because we liked it. Can we do Centaur bold? We cannot, okay. Okay. We can though. Come on, make it a bit taller. And then maybe we can put a border on it to make it a bit thicker. Right? I kind of like it. Does that have... No, okay. We are going to... appearance, opacity, we don't want that to be default. We want that to be overlay? No. Darken. Because I kind of want that texture from the placard to kind of shine through. Wait, I have a better idea. What if we do that? We keep it at this. We go effect, stylize, no, texture, no. This is going on a wall. This is gonna go on a wall. There is a way to indent. No. No. Extrude and bevel, that's it. No, 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 that's not what we want. Wait, that's actually not what we want. Presets, front, perspective. Okay, no, don't like it. Welcome in, Sage. Hope you're doing well. Let's get that effect off it, because, oh boy. Okay, default again. There is a way. It's emboss. Is that what it is? No. Dang, I would not go to all that trouble if I was doing it myself. Oh, no, no, no. I want this to be fancy. It's part of the experience. We're doing well. Is this dungeon or newspaper? This is dungeon. Can do bulge, but that's not what we need. That's not 3D, that's not what you need. Pucker and blow, no. Roughen, transform, no. Tweak to it, no. Let me go. No. How do I look for this text? Engraved. Select a type. Clear an existing fill, so we get rid of this. Window appearance. We're learning a new effect, guys, together. I want this to be a inlaid, like a engraved letter. So effect Pathfinder, add effect Pathfinder, add above the stroke. I don't have a stroke though. Wouldn't the embevel work, but not on an angle, like top-down embevel? But where I don't find the embevel. Where is it? Type. I haven't found the unbevel effect. Because that's what I was gonna do normally. But I can't find it. Well, that's what I was gonna do. Add a stroke, but unbevel it, and then use the same texture. I think unbevel is at the... Which one? Exclude, subtract, drop shadow, arc, fisheye. Oh, nope, that's cancel. Please. Extrude and bevel, but that's different. That's the 3D one, which bevel and boss. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but I can't find it. I know that's a filter in Photoshop, but Adobe Learn. Where's that? Style, inner bevel, effects, style. Wait, style? You can post links in the Discord, but not here. Oh, I know why. It's these need to be outlines, but I don't want to do outlines. I want to be able to type in it. Character. I don't have a style though. Hello Yash, welcome in. Extrude and bevel, extrude and classic, no. Emboss, no. Hello, what's that? Aretha, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I mean, the easiest way to do it is go on Discord, post the link. Okay, let's see. The thing is, I don't have an effects page here. Properties? Is that what we're trying to do? No. It's not Photoshop. This is Illustrator. It's not Photoshop. Right? Because the link you sent me is in Photoshop. It's Illustrator. It's not Photoshop. I know how to embevel and emboss in Photoshop, but not in Illustrator. I want to do it in Illustrator because that's a lot easier when working with these kind of files where this is all just vectors. Have you tried Photo P before? No, haven't. I've been taught in the ways of Adobe, and I have signed away my soul to the Adobe gods. Yeah, that's about it. Is there a window for effects? Probably not, right? No. Nope. Okay, let's try and do it the way that they say to do it on Reddit. So we create outlines. Type. Why can't? Oh, it's not selected. Create outlines. Good. You got outlines. Now we get rid of the anything. Here we go. Appearances. Where did I? Oh. Where did my appearances go? Okay, then we're gonna do new Pathfinder add. Yeah, you can send it in the Discord. I'll take a look at it. Oh, that's easier to do it. That's an easier way to do it. Gotta click it away again. So, the way they do it. Let's see. We don't want to fill. We don't want anything. Then we're gonna do add a new fill. We're gonna set that to what? Gray, which we want this to be like a 50-50, and screen. Right. Then apply the Gaussian blur effect, which should be in. Nope. Blur, Gaussian blur. Does feel a little bit much, but hey, duplicate it. Replace the color of the top blur with a darker shade of the base color and add a multiply. Wait, why doesn't this one have the Gaussian blur? Because in this guy, this one also needs the Gaussian blur. This will apply new effect, please. Okay. Why did it doesn't? Oh wait, it does have it. Never mind. Okay. Then we need to make this one darker. And what? And a multiply. How is this gonna help us? Darker multiply blending mode. Do this fill. Keeping the top fill selected, go to effect. Effects, distort and transform. Transform. Horizontal 4 and oh, now we're getting somewhere. 4. And then new fill, which the color that matches. See, that's okay. Add a new fill with the color that matches the background, but that's the problem. I don't have a color that matches the background. How do I... Can I do that? It's not the worst. Make a pattern. What if I just do like this? No, it's too much. Huh. Okay. Select this fill, go effect, distort, transform, set horizontal. Do this again, but then instead of 4, it's 2 this time. For some reason. The upper plane text now looks completely flat. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. Simply multiply blending to this upper fill. So instead of this being default, we go multiply. Huh? But that's okay. So that's great if you want to bring it out, which is good. I like it. I like it. I'm going to keep this as an option. I am going to change that color though, because it's way too dark. Yeah. Like this looks pretty good. if you want to, like, think of it as it's been pressed out from the back, right? Now I want it to be pressed in from the front. So I'm gonna duplicate this entire layer. Right? We're gonna get rid of the one that we have. Okay. Those are pattern options. I don't need those. And then I will do this again, but complete like the other way around. Because there is a way to do letter pressing. So I'm gonna get rid of all of this, right? Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And then we'll start out with this fill in. Why am I... Wait, this is... Yeah. Okay. We get rid of this. Get rid of this guy. So we just have this. We do the same thing. Darker shade. Apply transform effect. Okay. Effects. Transform. -2. And then inner glow, stylize. Inner glow. To 100. Come on. 100. Set it to normal. Center. Okay. A new dark. Wait. Place it in between. New fill. And place it in between the two. Is that doesn't look embossed, but it does kind of look. Maybe I just need to change the colors. Let's go to swatches. Nope. Let's do. Kind of want to go for a brownish tint. Okay. This one needs to be slightly darker. Again, might be handy to select the colors that we're creating. Okay, so that's that. Then over here, we'll do like that, and then this fill also needs to change. I don't think this is working the way I want it to work. Definitely not. I think I'll go with the first option because that looks the best. With this guy. Right, and I should still be able to copy this, get rid of that one, and I should still be able to type it in, which is great, because that's what we want. The question is, how does this look in game? right? Go export for screens. Okay. Riddle 1. Export artboard. Let's go and take a look in game. What this would look like. Piece of paper, camera. Boom. Alright, these don't support. Show arms. Invisible. It's fine, it just needs to be a whole lot bigger. And I need to get those borders off of it. So you are going to be able to get stretched. Okay, then we'll make you a little bigger. Export. Riddle 1. Replace. Okay, let's try that again. Come on. Done. Upload Riddle 1. This should now be just a placard. Let's put that on its head, make it invisible. And then of course we'll bring him forward. And no gravity, up. Done. So that's kind of what we want to do. It's readable and I like them, but they're small. So maybe if we make him a lot bigger, right? Where you at? Where's that sign at? Do that. That's gonna be huge. Okay, bring it down a little. I mean, it's readable. By light unbroken rise and stand, bring peace and dawn will with steady hand. Right? It's readable. We either do it over there or we do it in the middle of the door. The problem with the middle of the door is that the door is going to go away and the sign is not going to go away. Right? We could also do let's scale you down again. Can I put it on floor? So that's zoomed in and looks awesome, but reading after YouTube did its compression. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do. I've lost the armor stand. It's right there somewhere. Eesh. What's the name of the newspaper shop? I mean, technically there's not a shop, there's a publishing company. But it's not a shop. Let's bring you back up. Okay. Now I need to make it through. Nope, I didn't make it through. Didn't make it through. And the name of the publishing company is Benedict's. The Benedict Publishing Company. Okay, so. That's a possibility. If we do that, we bring it down. Okay, let's bring you. I'm losing it again. Where are you going? Where are you going? Sir? I found him. I found him. Wasn't it the Cog and Quill? That's the newspaper itself. Publishing by the... Yes. Okay. We have found our armor stand, people. It's a very important fact that we found our armor stand. Now the question is, where does the new newspaper... Does it go on top of its head or held in its hand? It's a great question. Apparently none. Oh, it's held in its... Okay. Okay. Good. This is gonna be way too much work for what it is, but hey. Can we read what the direction is? Okay, so now it's good. So if we make this bigger, we know it's good, right? Right there. Right there. So what if we did something along the lines of this? Is that better? Are you able to read this more? I'm mostly looking at the YouTube frogs because y'all are gonna have to deal with this. It's a lot better. Okay. I want to put it behind the button though. It's also better for the player. This is also not where this one goes, by the way. This is purely for just so I can try it out. I just think it's... I think 3 would be too big though. Although, maybe not. I like it. Just needs to go a little more off to that side. Yeah, I like it. And then we can have one over here, one over there, and then we need to do 8 of those. The 3, I think, for video purposes, because I have to think about this in the case of video, right? People are not gonna zoom in on everyone or any one of these, right? People are gonna go whoop, 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 and if people want to screenshot this or like pause the video and read what it says, they're going to have to be a little bigger than 2.5. I think 3 is what we could do though. Oh no. What we could do is sink it in the ground a little more. So it does still come out, because I like the thickness of it. It just, now it kind of looks like a sheet of metal on the ground, right? Not like a thick plate of metal, but a sheet of metal on the ground. I think that's better. Also, I need to check something on the poem that's up here. So, 8 hands carved the fallen scene, 8 shadows linger where none have been. One wakes the day but never sleeps, one builds the song, silence keeps, one binds the path, turning stone, one drinks the spark, yet walks alone, one speaks through halls that deep forgot. Yeah, I need to add another segment to this. I need to add another segment to that. It's just me. So this will be redone. What do you think about the little chamber though? Doesn't it look quite interesting and cozy? I'll open this door so you can see what happens if you click the button. Boom. And now I have to go back down. Fix it. Because it's a one-stop shop, dude. Okay, let's... Honestly, I probably should just build a little platform out from over here. Opening that chamber is such a cool animation. I know, right? This entire game is full of like the entire Create mod is so full of fun animations. And it's so simple to set up as well. It's just gear shifts. on a mechanical piston. But yeah, people will come in here, or the players will come in here and pick their keys. Their keys are all different. There's 8 different keys. Y'all have seen them in videos already. And whatever key you pick is the one that you're going to keep with you. And this is something that I should say in the poem. I forgot when I wrote the poem. That they only can pick one door. The door that they pick is the door that they have to keep. Right? So the last 2 lines I'll rewrite. So let stillness answer where the voices have died. The echo returns when the chosen shall bide. I'm gonna rewrite those last 2 lines to be pick something along the lines of pick one door. Will they see the top part with the poem? They will see it. This will be in here. This will be in here, right? This thing. Because this is gonna tell them that they only can pick one of these 8 doors. Also, funny part, the way that this works is, let's say I'm the 4th person to come in here to pick a door. 3 of those are already gonna be open and empty, so they're gonna stay open. Start releasing schematics. I don't like doing schematics. That's just not how I like to do it. I think, at least it's been mentioned, that there's gonna be a world download, so then you'll be able to look at everything, build everything. But I'm not gonna release schematics. Because taking out the schematic, right, it gets rid of all the linked items, and then I get the annoying part of, oh, it doesn't work. Well, it's not my problem. 2, it takes it out of context. Like the diomat, for instance, is in context of the server, that own building, and so on and so on. If you take out the schematic, it takes it out of context, and then people start complaining, oh, it doesn't look good in my area. I know. And I know this is not everyone, and it's probably not you guys, but this is in general the problem with releasing something. People get angry over everything, even though it's not a problem. And I don't want to deal with that. I've already got work. I do this. And I've got other stuff that I need to take care of. I don't want to add another level of just complexity to my online life, if you know what I mean. That's just it. So, if you want the dungeon, if you want to do all that stuff, world download. Whenever it comes out, world download. Okay, let's do... So that's good. Now I need to make not 8. With role you're playing. Yeah, exactly. You've seen me build the diomat in a video, so I would say try and figure out a way to make it work in your world. Alright, so I'm gonna go in here. We're gonna replace this text with this next 7 ones. Okay, so that's another one. We're gonna copy that again. Come on. Copy it again. Are there gonna be hidden treasures in the dungeon? What do you see as a treasure? What? Define treasure. Enchanted items, maybe? Maybe. The thing is it going to be better than the gear that they have right now? No. Will they be able to use it outside of the dungeon? Technically, yeah, but I wouldn't advise them to do it. Are they going to have to use their gear that they get from the dungeon in any other game that I make? Yes, they will. So do with that information what you will. See, but you're not able to do that, Chessie. You're not allowed to do that. That would defeat the purpose of the game. That would defeat the purpose of the game. As a reward? No. Any gear that you get in the dungeon can only be enchanted by stuff that you get in the dungeon. So there is ways to enchant your gear in the dungeon, and that's the only way you'll be able to enchant the gear that you get from the dungeon. This will be told. This will be said and explained to our members. I don't care how you guys play it. When you eventually get the world download, do with it what you want. But that is the way I designed it, and that's the way these guys are gonna play it. If you don't like that, bummer. It just it breaks even on your player base, right? It makes it so that all the stuff that your players are playing with. So hypothetically, a super enchanted book from Chosen's shop might be an ancient enchant they can find in the dungeon and use it. Yes, if you find it in the dungeon, you can use it to enchant your gear from the dungeon. Okay, think about it this way. We are gonna bring up this guy. New document. Hello? New document. Don't really care which it is. Let's do web large. Okay. I'm gonna explain this once and for all. One last time. So, we have dungeon. Boom. Dungeon. Right? People or players will go in the dungeon with 0 items. That means they don't get to bring their own gear. Right? 0 items. Whatever they find, so food, weapons, items, they can only use, this is what they can find in the dungeon. Boom. In the dungeon. And they can use everything that they find in the dungeon. Right? This also includes, sometimes, not always, but potions, right? And enchantments. After they finish the dungeon, right? So the dungeon is finished, finish line, right? They will get to keep their gear, which is weapons, armor, and shields. I can't write shields. What they don't get to keep is food and disposables, like one-time use, like arrows. That means if they ever get to a game, anything with durability they get to keep. Yes and no. Not everything with durability is weapons, armor, and shields. Like, a wrench doesn't have durability, but a wrench could be one of the items that you get to keep. Will there be save points inside of the dungeon that temporarily stores the item for them to contain? That's your body. if you die in the dungeon, your body will just be in the dungeon. Blood Dragon. We have the body mod for that. At least that's how I'm gonna use the body mod in that dungeon. So you can turn it into in an item to get a random enchantment. I could, yeah, that could be a system that we employ in future games. Because this stuff, right, the weapons and the armor, the next games that I'm making, right. So dungeon is here, right? Dungeon. The next game will build onto the dungeon. So all the gear that they get from the dungeon, they will be able to use in the next game. The next game after that, I know this is a bit of a lopsided tower, will introduce new mechanics to this guy. Right? Same over here. So all their gear, their weapons, like let's say they get a sword, right? The next game they will be able to use that sword to play that game. If they get a shield, they'll be able to use the shield as well. All there's one enchantment on all the stuff that is in the dungeon, and that's mending. That way it doesn't break. Everything with you know what? That's a good way of phrasing it. Everything with mending on it, you get to keep. All the other stuff, out the window. Everything with mending on it, you get to keep. All the other stuff, it's bye-bye. I do want to, and this is something that I'll do later, or maybe even today, once I'm done with this. No, but I see the wrench as the fact that it has mending on of its own, right? The wrench doesn't break, it's got mending by game design. Okay. I'll save this. I don't know why. So gear includes tools, armors, and weapons. Yes. Like if they find a bow with mending on it, they will get to keep it. If they find a normal bow, they can like if they fight a skeleton, the skeleton drops its bow. They can use the bow in the dungeon. That's fine. They got the bow from the dungeon. But when they finish the dungeon, the bow will not be stored in their gear. Because it doesn't have mending on it. Right? It's not designed to be kept after the dungeon is finished. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Maybe name the items that are meant to be kept? No, because that would give away what items people can win from the dungeon. I will tell them afterwards, but not beforeward. That's like they do it on X's channel? What? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm confused. I think computer just crashed. Nope, never mind. Didn't crash. There was a slight hiccup, but didn't crash. Apparently, wait, a parody on that is how they do it on the Discovery. Oh. Okay. No. Okay. Yes. I'm closing down Photoshop and Illustrator because we're done for today. Right now, I want to start a future project for after the dungeon is finished. And most of that is going to be figuring some stuff out. So, after the dungeon, what I want to do is starter base. Or, well, not starter base, actual base. And I already have ideas, but one of those ideas is making a arena that includes different games, right? You can put in different games into the arena. And to do that, I need to figure something out. So let's make a circle out of a block that I don't care for. Let's do you. Who's calling me? Give me a second. That's not important. Not important. Okay. We'll make a circle. Make it bigger. This doesn't have to be a circle in the future. It could be anything. It could be an ellipse or whatever. Are we gonna meet up? Yay, we do. That's a circle. I can see that as a circle. I can see that being a circle. Now it's a clock. Not anymore. It took away the hands. $15 block diameter. I don't know. I just wing it. Everyone who says making circles is difficult, I don't think it is. I think it's fine. But basically what I want to do is I want to be able to... This is the arena, right? And then you can have like seats sitting here so that people can look into the arena. This is a mock-up, by the way. This is not the actual size. It will be bigger. But my idea was going to be if we have like an emperor's box. That's what they call it in the Colosseum, right? Emperor's box. Boom, 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 boom. Right, Emperor's box right there. Make it a bit nicer so I can still see past it. What I want to do is below the Emperor's box, I want to set a where you at? Card assembler. Now the thing is, the reason I want to do this below the Emperor's box is because I can take away that block over here, and we can kind of decorate it, maybe as like a gateway or a door, or we store it below here. We did that. We need a minecart. And then I could, technically, have an entire floor. Let's grab some dirt. Slash fill dirt 100. Right, if I glue all of this together, because we don't have glue restrictions on the server, or at least the restrictions of glue are actually very large. Okay, so that, and then we glue all of this to the assembler. We should be able to pick out the floor of the arena. wrench. And then place it back all the time. We also should put this on lock rotation. So now we technically, let's say we want to do, I've heard, oh, we want to make this. I've heard Chosen talk about like paintball. We could like put, let's use walls. Because those are little, those are not as big as a block, but we could also like make weird shapes. Make like a weird, yeah, like a real Colosseum. Right? We did that. We put some low ones. Right, and then if we glue all of these to the floor, it's gonna be a lot of gluing. And this is not only restricted to static things like this. We could also have like a power source that's always in the same spot, that automatically connects when it's... I'll test it out later. We'll see what this does. Okay, so we power this again. Pick you up. There we go. And then if you put it back in. Hey! What we could do, right? Let's say, what's a simple game that we could play in an arena? Wouldn't you say? What's a simple game we could play? That's create based. Let's do a contraptions are collidable when block form in non-block form. Not always. Not always. Not every contraption is, but in general, yes. Let's do capture the flag would be fun. Yeah, but there's no real way. Like, I want something that's create based. What could we turn into a game? Or where could we add power to the game? Let's say we do an obstacle park, like an obstacle course, and we have some saws set over here, right? What else does hurts a player? Oh, we could do a slalom. Guys' videos, can they get through that without hurting? I don't think they can. They can though if I did this. No, that's not possible. Well, if I did that, yeah, that would be possible. Right, and then if we also thank you, Joshua, for the I like your guys' videos. I hope you keep enjoying them. Of course, we'll be able to dress this up a lot nicer, right? Like elements, crushing walls, yeah, stuff like that, right? Now I need to, I'm gonna take out the entire floor. But I can't take out this floor because this guy's in here. So we'll do that for now. We'll change it to dirt. Get another minecart. Now I can take out the entire floor. Or at least enough so I can route power to it. /wand /replace. Oh no, that's there. So that's first. This should be second then. /replace sandstone with air. Right. This is purely so I can. This is a proof of concept purely. So let's say we have a access point over here, right? This is our access point. All of your power should be accessed over here. So we'll put a. We'll do that later. We'll put a very simple system up here. Let's do that. That should link up. Good. And then if we want to power these. So basically each floor has its own power network that connects back to that one point. Yes, that's the point. That's the idea that I want to work with. Because I think if I do it that way, people could make their own floors, right? And bring them to the stadium if they wanted to, as long as they have the dimensions and the access point to those dimensions. I've been building a Star Wars base. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting concept, actually. I feel like a lot of that would translate very well into a Star Wars themed base. Maybe I'm wrong on that one, though. Okay, and then I connect that back up here. And then we glue all of this together. So it's part of that floor. Let's do... that. No, that's our anchor, so we can anchor everything to that guy. Hey man, enjoying this series from Ireland? Interesting. Thank you. The more people that are enjoying this, the longer we'll keep going. That's kind of the gist of it. It'll be a lot of glue, but I think this might actually be fun. It's a fun idea, at least. I've used for laser barrier, polished andesite, main color of the base. Interesting. You can I could also just make my own power source. So we've got the entire floor in, and then if I put in, let's say we put in a power source that's running max speed, and we put this back in. Huh. Oh right, it's still a contraption. We still need to do these guys though, but that actually works. Arenas need sponsors. Yeah, we've got the entire Benedict Power publishing company that can sponsor. And the Benedict Shulker Factory could also be a sponsor. You gotta go with in-house sponsors for tax reasons, you know? Gotta be able to get my taxes, right? Tax rewards. Or returns. Got me back and play Minecraft. I only have a few mods that are on that work. Dude, mod packs should not be bigger than what you're that you're willing to play. Otherwise, they get overwhelming so fast. Dude, this is gonna work so well. This is gonna be great. Boom. Floor. And now I can actually get hurt. Well, I'm in creative, but how well would I do? Oh yeah, that'll hurt. It's not too hard to get to it though. Like, I'm thinking you actually might want to get these closer to each other. I'm from Australia. Ooh, interesting. Why can I not? Oh, there we go. I think we'd be better off putting them. Putting them closer to each other. Let's see. Are we still able to get through? Yes, but smaller mistakes are gonna, small mistakes are gonna get you in way more trouble. Way more trouble. Where did I leave off? Somewhere over here, I'm pretty sure. Nope, never mind. Somewhere over there, maybe? Question mark. Especially with the knockback, dude, it's... There you go. Last that. It's gotta be... But I like it. It's only proof of concept. I don't think I'll do it this way. But it is working. What I wanted to do you guys know what screwball is? You guys know what screwball is? Oh wait, it's duplicating my items. You guys know what screwball is? How to make a Star Wars themed elevator? I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it. Depends on what you want to do with it, what you want it to look like. But you'll figure it out. I believe in you. I'm gonna show you what screwball is. If you watched any Hermitcraft last year, I think, you'll know what it is. Okay. You won't hear it, but this is screwball. So basically, you're playing ice hockey / football with a armadillo, right? What we could do in Create, we have a fun thing called packages. Packages. We also have a fun thing called a bong stick. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. But package. Wait, can you not hit it? Oh yeah, right. Right click. Right? We can play Scootball with actual sticks. And then I think, if I'm not wrong, you can enchant it with knockback. And it works even better. I'm picking up what you're going at. But the thing, okay, you're not picking up what I'm going at. You're getting the smallest detail of what I'm going at. Because we can automate this entire process. And you'll see what I mean in a second. I just need where would that be? Knockback. Because what I would do is you would have multiple players. If you have multiple players, your goalie has a knockback stick, right? The other players have a normal stick. Wait, there's no knockback? Yeah, it's fair. There we go. Knockback 2. So your goalie has a knockback stick, whereas your normal players have an unenchanted stick, right? It goes a bit further. So if you do boom, like that, and what you could do is you could load up a package with one item, and then if you score, it gets processed into a scoreboard. So you basically count the items. How would I do that technically? You know what? Let's muck it up in our scoreboard over here, or in our field over here. So we'll do that. Pick you up. Great. We're gonna go grab some blue ice. Some blue ice of white dragons. It probably should just do /fill blue ice 100. Put shout in a goalpost. What shout? Who shout? Then we do like goal line. Your goalie box. Because we could invite other people to play this, right? And then we would have goal and goalie, or a goal. We could actually make it look any other way, but let's do copycat. Vertical steps. That would be your goal. I don't know how I did it. I've made one that wasn't that didn't use Create, but that was with a manual scoreboard. I think I did something along those lines, and then we can use some boards. I mean, I didn't use slabs, but you'll get the gist of it. This would be your goal. So anything you put in there gets dropped down. And then it's just a belt and a packager. That's it. That's all you need to do. Then it's just a belt. Same over here. Belt. In between. And a... Where you at? Come on, packages. Packages, and we also need a barrel or any other form of... Any other form of storage. We also probably... no, it's fine. You know what? No. Let's put that one further so there's no point or no way it can land on top of it. We put a funnel in there. Same idea as hockey. Yeah, exactly. We were just gonna play hockey. And yes, I will say that we are. Wait, I don't need to power this. Never mind. Yes, we will say that it's inspired by Hermitcraft. I will give credit where it's due. And then I do. Is it on a smart observer? Smart observer. We do display link, and we can get some of you guys. Again, this would have to be included in the like game board, I guess. So we would have to have like 2 pillars. I'm trying to see if this is a viable option for 2 pillars. We would have 2 Nixie tubes. We would have one of these linked to this guy. Amount of matching items, I guess. And then we need to power it. And it's going the wrong way. So the question is, if we now take an item. So what I was gonna do is have a how does one do this? Can you give me a schematic of the publishing company? I've already answered that question. Hello Neurodef, welcome in. How do you reset the points? That's problems for later. We could do like a switch, like a switch in between here, a button that drains the points of both teams. How are you? I'm doing well. I just need a way to get the package up. I didn't hear that question, sorry. I said I don't do schematics. I'll do a world download if the other guys allow it at the end of the season. But that's about it. There you go, James. Ain't she beautiful? Ain't she beautiful? How do we get the package up here? So first of all, we want this to be... Oh, I know how to do it. How old will downloads... What? How old will downloads better? Thank you. That's not a sentence. That's not a sentence. Okay, so that should go in here. And one more shooting trench. Yeah, no, wait. That's the plan. That's what I'm working on. I just need to. How you doing? I'm doing well. I'm trying to wreck my brain around something that I just came up with. Well, not just came up with, but that's kind of like an idea I've been tinkering with in my brain. What you're trying to do. So, I don't know if you watch Hermitcraft or not. Are we going upwards or not? I used to. Do you know what scootball is? Do you know what scootball is? Oh no. It's basically a form of hockey that they played with armadillos. Right? And what I'm trying to do is to adapt it to Create using the packages. Yes, that's the plan. Okay, so that would be our starting point. Then we just put in. I don't want to do it this way though. What I'm gonna do is there. If you ever want to be able to filter, like put it only one item in a package, this is how you do it. And then it'll take from there. So it'll just take, not from the barrel, but from, so that way you can put like, do that, and then it'll just take that one piece of ice. Then I think if we power this. Hey! Okay. So it's 0 right now. Let's say we link this up to a button. I don't want a button to be on ice though, so we'll do it right there. We'll go link. Where are you? No, not you. You guys. Go boom and boom. Or maybe make it so that when you score, it dispenses a new one. I want them to be able to regroup before they get a new guy. So they would have a bonk stick. They would press this. It'll display a box. Then we play the game. Hey, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. And then, now the final test of it all. We glue everything together. Glue everything together. Portable hockey ring, that's the plan. That's the plan. Can I get some slices? So that these are connected over here. That's the goal. Wait, how are you not connected? So that's the entire goal glued up. We glue you up. We glue you up. Glue you up. Okay, so that's the entire top part, and then we need to go below here and do the same thing. Okay. Now. Gotta be careful to not glue anything together that's like not meant to be together. Why is that not connecting? This is. Okay, strange, but fine. Wait, really? Instead of pressing the make it automatic, I kind of like the fact that it's not automatic. We can put in a we can put that in later. This is just a proof of concept. Because now I should be able to pick it up, hopefully having everything in it. Nope, never mind. Didn't glue it. Didn't glue it to the freaking base. Okay. Now that's one contraption. Do that. Pick it up. We missed the goalpost. Of course we did. For a second I think that I thought the glue was gone. Oh right. Create it just creative. It kind of messes everything up. How? Huh? Oh, they're still there. Okay. Never mind. Okay, but now we're working again. See? Everything's working again. Even the are the links also still connected? So if I get rid of those, yeah, they are. So we could technically make an entire field. And a windmill. So no, see, that's just it. This arena would have a standard power socket or a point of power, and all the games that we make for the arena, we have this one. We could have a paintball game. We could have anything. Would connect up to that same. Would connect up to that same point. So you just replace the floor. You replace the game. If you want to play hockey, you can. If you want to play another game, you can. Hey. Bye bye. Can I swing it out of the air is the question. Hey. You could actually make a baseball game with this as well. This wouldn't be possible in the actual arena. It would be a lot bigger than this. Add a note block, like a ding. We could do a ding, yeah. This is actually really fun. The box is always slightly different. I know, right? There's four of them. You can get. Oh, you hit the goalpost. jingle. Yeah, we could, but it can't be too long. Okay, let's put some netting on here, right? We'll do. I feel like having pillars as the uprights is a good call, and then we could do like some of this. The uprights, and then we could technically do these, and then I mean, you can on the panels. You can't put them on any other copycat, which is stupid, by the way. Because if I want to use a layer, I can't. If I want to use a layer, I can't. See? But on a copycat panel, I can. It's annoying. It's annoying. Because sometimes I want like a different a different shape. Yeah, this is a really cool idea actually. I like it. This is for after the dungeon though. And this is so much better than how I did it in you want to see how I did it in vanilla? No, it doesn't affect the game. See? Don't get blown up words. And the fan can stay on, I think. See? It doesn't affect the game. It just brings it up. You want to see how I did it in a vanilla world? Because I made a version of this using vanilla redstone, and it's so much worse. It's so much worse. Let me try and open it up. What's the next big project? I mean, I would say after the dungeon, I would have to say the base, and this will be part of the base. My entire base is gonna be game related. So puzzles, games, multiplayer games, stuff like that. Can we do the jingle? I'll do that when I actually design the game. I want to show you the vanilla thing that I did. Don't have a delay in your life. Wait, what? On the live stream? Not really, no. Okay, let's hope that this didn't break anything. It doesn't look like it. Oh, look at that. We're already underneath the field. Some stream percent, 30-second delay. I try and do it as little as possible. Oh, right, you won't. Oh, I can do screen recording. Yeah. This is my scootball field in vanilla. So your players would start on this glass, right? You would be playing by kicking this guy around, and then he would fall, trigger the lights to go blue, trigger a light in there, and then you would get a new guy. Same thing for the other side. This is about the size of the field that's going to be in the arena. Right? And this is all powered by vanilla redstone. So you see the guy's moving, he's being brought He's going to be splashed by a potion of healing, so it's back up to health and stored into a system. Meanwhile, the other guy has already moved up. Is sitting right in here, ready to go and take up its place on the field. Redstone. Redstone and a lot of item transfers. See how easy it is, how easy this is to do in Create, whereas this guy needs to travel. I don't know if there's a good way of showing it. Maybe if I hit and then do free cam. I don't have free cam. Never mind. But yeah, he's now traveling through that line. You can't really see it, but you kind of saw it. So there's always one in the chamber. There's always one sitting below this piece of ice right there. In our case, that would be a shoot, right? So if I hit them in, he's gonna... That block is gonna be taken away. Gonna get filled up by another guy. Apparently not. Wait, am I missing a guy? I think I'm missing a guy. Yeah, I'm missing a guy. There's two in here. Oh. Yeah, so usually he gets onto that block, gets pushed up, and then you're ready to play. What else? What other games can we do? Because I have plenty of games. I got where's no, Guess Who? That's Guess Who. Where you have pockets for animals, and then you can close them. Never mind. Apparently they don't close anymore. Never mind. Okay, it's broken for some reason. Maybe the other side works. Also no. Never mind, it's broken. We have, what's this? Oh, we have this thing. Which I feel like y'all are able to guess what this is. This is a battleship ground, and then if you press this guy, it should have filled in this guy right there, and then you hold the map. If you hold the map, never mind. Maps are not a thing apparently in this game. Can I get an empty map? Yeah, so now you see A1, right? A1 is filled in. And then if I hold this in my offhand and I press A2, it fills in real life. Let's say we do this one over here. It fills in real time, so you kind of get to keep track on what their board looks like. That's the idea. And this is crazy, by the way. Is somebody say that? I mean, it's not as complicated as Tecton's Redstone, Tango Tech's Redstone, but good lord, is a lot of redstone. So this basically connects every one of these digits over to one of these guys over here. So you'll see all the yellow lines are the first line of guys, so these all come up over here. And then we've got orange, no, then it's green, I think. Yeah, then it's green. Green goes to the second row. over here, and so on and so on. Same over on the other side. Welcome to vanilla redstone. What else do we have? Oh, this one's pretty cool. Maybe I'll run through it and maybe you guys can guess what game it is. Maybe you guys can guess what game it is. Oh. Murder mystery? Yeah, Cluedo. Or Clue. So you would, as a player, you would start on here, you would get your clues in the barrel. Right? You would have same over here, you would have clues in the barrel, you would start in the color, and then you would go over here to the central room. We have a die, which I think, if I'm not wrong, is this button. Did that do anything? Is that not the die? Dies might be broken, actually. Where do we get power from? So the power column comes out of here somewhere. No, that's not it. Comes from here. Okay. It's been a while since I built this. But I think that's the die. It's not working. But basically you would roll for a die, so this would be a two-digit die. Two digit. So your max would be 12. Now it's a 6 and a 3, right? The worst part of that kind of redstone is hiding it. Dude, a lot of it is underground. So that's a 3, a 9. So I would be able to move nine tiles from here on out. So I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My next move, I could go in here, which is the billiard room. Look for a clue. And all the redstone is underground. It's underground. I don't think it works. I think it's broken, though. But this would so you would have one box with your players, or with your suspects, one box with your murder weapons, and one box with your rooms. This would all get randomly dispensed into water streams and sorted into where is it going? Give me a second. And sorted into different barrels, but I'm trying to figure out where that go here. So these would it would randomly get up here. It gets sorted into random barrels. This would all go into one of those barrels next to a yellow spot or a colored spot, and that would be your clues. Now, before that happens, we dispense one item of each of these boxes, and that becomes our killed player, basically. And that would be our solution. It's complicated. It's been a while since I built it. But it is a thing that I built. What other games? Oh, this one's fun. It's not finished. I still need to finish it. But we have life. And we have a working... I know it. Come on. Alright. We get to move this many colors. So that would be our die. And then we could go here. This would be our salary boxes. We would put in our salary in here. And then we would get emeralds for it. These are all around on all green spots. They are right there. And then we would have sales boxes and stuff for this. It's all just water. It's all just water. There's actually not much redstone involved in this thing. Outside of like controlling where what goes, there's not much redstone in here. We have the die, which is a 60. No wait, 6 or is it 10? I think it's a 10 point randomizer. Also, do torches have new, or is that a texture pack? And then this is your payment. So if you have a payment slip, you get, so you kind of just decide which one it has. If you have a 20 emerald payment slip, goes in here. You get 20 emeralds out of it. Boom. Gets sent back. What else is in here? That's just sound, and that's it. And oh, and then this is a filter for all the items. That's about it. That's game design. If you ever want to start doing games, do them with vanilla redstone first, so you know the pain. The pain of redstone. What else? So these are a bunch of... there's more. I know I've done more. Also, does anyone recognize this guy? Anyone recognize this guy? If you don't, that's fine. But if you do, that also would be great. I've always had the idea before starting. This is all before Create, right? Oh, this one is fun. This is an automated maze. So all the, it's very hard to see, but all the red doors randomly change direction. Which looks kind of crazy, but it's actually simple because it's all just the same module copied over and over. I'm losing viewers by the minute. I know that. I know that much. But you get a map, right, of the place. You get a map of the place, then you start. I think this is how you start it. So these are the way you track your items. We have to go for the green color. So if you look in here, right, in the bottom bottom left, you see a green pixel. That's where we need to go to. We need to wait until the light goes on because this guy needs to empty out. Are we almost there? See, this would also be easier with Create because we can take out stacks by the stack. Okay, so now we should be ready. Lights are on, ready to go. And now it's making our way downtown. And we have to wait. Damn it. No, I'm not stuck. I can go here. No, that's not gonna help us. I need to wait until the walls change again. What is that doing? Nothing much, to be honest. But you see how the map changes? And how we can use that as our... Oh, now I'm actually stuck. I shouldn't have moved. Because then I could have moved... Oh, damn it. You see how the map changes? These are actually quite fun, like, Minecraft game designs that you can use for making your own games. It doesn't all have to be Create, you know? Still stuck. Still stuck. This was the downside to this game. It's just pure RNG, dude. It's all just a bunch of randomizers, so I'll be stuck here for a while, I think. Nope, still not getting out of here. Hello? Still not getting out of here. It's every, I think, 3 seconds they move. There we go. Go there. That doesn't help us. No. Be great if this segment opened up, and then the rest. Nope, we're stuck. But yeah, this is what that looks like. I do just need to get out of here though. And then if you got your color, we needed green, right? You would drop it in here, which would stop the game, open up, and then you would get your final tally in here, the amount of eggs you were in the game. That's it. That's that game. I did this as well, which is a mousetrap. A version of mousetrap that we could play. Basically, I don't know if you guys know what mousetrap is, but you'll go around, collect cheese, or in our case emeralds, and then every time you hit a red square, you get a chance of hitting those target blocks with an arrow. So with a, where you at, a bow and arrow, you would get a chance to hit those. If you did, we would start a chain reaction, starting with the drowning of a villager. Right, this is all themed around a village. Damn it. It didn't work. We get to go again. It would go around, and then the person that's standing on this square would die. Okay, so that's one. Then we should get a minecart out of here. Apparently not. Apparently we don't do that anymore. I don't know. A lot of this broke because updates. But yeah, I've been making games a long time before Create. With that, I think I'm gonna keep recording the video. I don't think anyone's live that I know of. Don't think that's a thing. No. Okay, that's it. I'll end the stream here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Did some mandolin stuff. We did some prep for the dungeon. Did some brainstorming for future projects. So that's always cool. I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream is on the server, so we'll be on the server a lot more. Fiddle in with the last little bits of the dungeon, and I'll see you all. Yeah, we'll see you all over there. Bye.